gotta get Cam and
well, y'all gotta come back and see this. Yeah. You know what's funny? That's the first thing I thought about when you got your offer. That our conversation with Cam.
Yeah, that was, you know what, and that's pivotal too. The conversation I had with Cam, man, we had on camera, that he told, he was speaking directly to me and kind of directly to the audience, but saying like, look, it's easier to pull others up when you've already got to the top of the mountain.
Because I remember that I said, my issue with you is...
Oh, yeah, trying to juggle too many things.
You trying to juggle. We looking at you.
Right. Yeah, you looking at me to be the example.
Right. We looking at you
I felt that.
Me and you getting paid the same thing, and we looking at you.
Yeah.
I mean, you had so much other things. You had multiple streams of income.
Yeah.
But your primary stream...
was the cloud.
When I was like, dude, you making it sound so easy. Why you ain't do it?
Right. It's so easy. How come
he hated when I said that.
And I was so tired of hearing that. And that was the thing that was getting on me. Because I'm like, y'all don't understand. Because I was literally, like, there was nobody really immersed in the transition process as much as I was, that I knew. There was nobody watching. Like, there might have been tech guys looking at how to do such and such programming or whatever. But I was actually looking at the interviews of what these professionals do on a daily basis. How did they get in? Et cetera, et cetera. And I was seeing all these possibilities of people from diverse backgrounds. And people that, me and myself and other people I know are much more, intellectual than. And I was just like, y'all don't see it? I was like, why? Because I've never been the type really I've always put more credence in the advice and the legitimacy of the advice than I have the messenger. And so by me being so accustomed to that, it frustrates me sometimes when people can't just take the advice without having to always without trying to put as much credence in both the advisor and the advice that's given.
Yeah.
I'm coming from the cloth where I don't care what you look like, what situation you got going on. If it's useful advice, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? But that just how I operate. But also, I'm different in a lot of ways. But so I couldn't get why people kept like looking. Because you weren't the only one. There was so many others that was like, even in my cloud group, I felt that they heard me, but they didn't really believe me. Because they're like, okay, it was cute. You made your transition from, doing Uber and not having no money and broke to, okay, you getting in the cloud. You got your first cloud job. Okay, that was cute. You know what I'm saying? And you keep telling us what's possible. Same thing what I was telling my coworkers at the last company I worked at. Like, it's funny because I was like that every company I've been with. I've always told them about the next jump and why we should try to focus on that next jump. And they never believe me until I make the jump. And that's something that I just learned. And that's one of the things you learn in leadership. It's more believable when people see it. And that's just how people are. You can't hold it against them. That's just how people are. And I get it. But so when I made the jump, it got so much easier to lead people.
Bruh.
So much easier, bro. Because now I'm living evidence. Now I'm the complete living evidence of what you can do. Because when in the group, I posted even my I posted my pay stub, my taxes that I submitted for 2018. Mm-hmm. Which was, I think that year I probably brought in a total of no more than $18,000 a year. Mm-hmm. Maybe it was like $6,000. And then 3 years later, we over six figures. You know what I'm saying? So, and I showed them, the salary.
Which means if you keep this work ethic, who knows what.
And through just 3 years, bro.
Right. So, I'll tell you, when you did that, I was like, all right. Because, like you said, you got, like, I'm helping you too. I'm talking to you about your resume. I'm talking to you about.
Extremely helpful. I was looking back at the pictures of me and you was in the office working on the resume. That brought back memories of like, me and you would literally just sit down and map out and try stuff. Like, you were my compadre. You know what I'm saying? We were both, you were the only person that, I know you didn't see it, but you believed me because you knew what I was capable of doing.
Right.
And so you've always been supportive of me. So that it made me feel like an early Jeff Bezos picture. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it was so thorough. It was so authentic. I'm sitting there with my feet up on your desk. You know what I'm saying? While you typing away looking all professional on the computer, editing the resume, and we just mapping this out, man. And for it to turn like this, bro.
Bruh, I think seeing that whole, it was funny. Right after we had that conversation with Cam, you was in the zone. Right?
I did get in the zone.
You was in the zone. And
I did get in the zone. Cam put that fire behind my ass, bro.
One of my things.
I needed that from Cam.
Like, you was in the zone, and I was like, damn, this nigga. You was like, no, I ain't going to no strip club. No, I ain't going out.
You know it's real when I say I ain't going to no strip club.
Meanwhile, I'm over here traveling. Meanwhile, I'm over here, you know what I'm saying?
That's like.
But the other part about me is I'm easily influenced sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially, like, when it comes to money.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, what you got to do?
That's true.
So my goofy self.
Because you did that with Gary Vaynerchuk thing.
Gary V?
Yeah, remember?
Well, yeah. I tried to, but I still would do that. I just gotta figure out how that's gonna work.
Yeah.
But I still got them cleats at the house that I was Gary V. Shout out to Gary V. He did his live. He was talking about how people could go on. You could buy something and then go on eBay and resell it for higher.
Go to a bargain store and buy some shit for cheap.
Right. So I bought some stuff on like clearance and stuff, and I was trying to sell it on eBay, and then I just got frustrated real quick. But I bought like $24 worth of cleats.
But you did make some money though.
Yeah, but I'm about to get the rest of them away because I was cleaning out some stuff.
I still got them.
I made my money back. But same thing I did with the Hennessy White. It still got 2 bottles left.
You still got them?
I still got 2 bottles left. I ain't been marketing them.
If I like Hennessy, I'll buy one off you.
But you owe your sister one.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I might buy one off you just for GP for that.
So it was interesting because I'm like, and I took what you said for face value. So I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you to succeed with it so I dove in a little bit and did a couple things, but I ain't never jumped like head in because I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't want to invest this. I already invested the money, really. I still got that stuff.
Oh, yeah, in the training.
Yeah, I got that, and I just never invested that time. And what I also was missing is that, especially it clicked when I started pivoting.
What idea? Because I don't think me and you ever discussed the route that you went.
Yes, we did. Because I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what I did. It's 3 people that really influenced how I transitioned.
Yeah.
It was you.
Yeah.
And just seeing how you grounded after we had that talk with Cam.
Yeah.
And then also the talk with AG.
Oh, yeah.
Like, AG said some stuff to me where during the podcast. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Like that's stuff.
That's that ancient wisdom.
It was you with the work. You did the work. You gave direction and helped frame some things. Mm-hmm. It was my homegirl Andy, who comes from a very a business mind. So
Andy's really good.
She told me,
she gotta stop randomly Facebook calling me, bro. I'd be like, Andy, you can't just do people like that. You gotta send them a text or something. You can't just pop up and be like, bro, what?
No, you ain't doing shit.
Go ahead.
So we had a few long conversations, and she was talking to me about, conversations that we don't understand if we don't grow up in certain environments.
Big facts, bro.
We don't know how important networking is. We don't know how to position ourselves to where our ceiling increases. And she was talking to me about that. So the initial conversation had to do with going to an Ivy League school. And even when you come out of Ivy League school, your minimum salary is going to be increased because they know they got to pay for an Ivy League person. You can do that, or you can work at an Ivy League company. And so...
Hold on, did we do mic checks?
Yeah, we good. So, when she talked to me about that, my first mind was go to an Ivy League school. I'm starting to. We go through a whole exploration concept just so we can cancel all this shit out. Just so we can cancel all this shit out, right? Like I went all the way, looked at the tuition, looked at the dates, and I was like, nope, that ain't for me, right? Then I was like, all right, now I got to get at an Ivy League institution. And so now I got to target it. The third person that helped me frame that, because I'm thinking, nah, that's Andy. She went to a good school. Miko, he in IT. I can't do that. My homegirl, Steph, Steph. Steph was like telling me her rate. Like, she was like, we both working in HR, or she in recruiting. I'm in and out of recruiting. And she was like, yeah, this is my rate. And I was like, that's your rate? She was like, yeah, this is my rate, and I'm about to increase it. I said, what? Damn. So but then again, I'm making more excuses. Yeah. I said, damn, well, she's a veteran. They probably giving her this because she a black woman and veteran.
You told me that.
Right. So I'm using I'm looking at everybody around me succeeding and then making excuses why I'm not. Yeah. And so I put out when I started opening myself up to the market again, I said, I'm going to check the market, see what the market paying. I made a resume for one set of skills I have. And it didn't get no hits. Then I pivoted a little bit. I said, all right, let me make this towards the other part of my skill set, which is IT recruiting. So I don't have to jump all the way into IT. I can work in IT. Let me put this out here and put my rate. So when I got offered right at that 100,000 mark, she was like, no, when I asked for something less than that, she was like, nah, I'm gonna put you right here. So that let me know, it's more money than that. She brought me up at a respectable rate.
He said, it's more money than that.
And then, because I applied for jobs, I put out that new resume. I updated my LinkedIn. I updated my Indeed. And I put out that new resume. And as soon as I put out that new resume, I applied for jobs for 1 week. And not extensively. I applied for a few jobs. I applied for the easy applies. Yeah. And then I applied for like 1 or 2 jobs that I wanted. Yeah. Man, I stopped after the first week. And then ever since, to this day.
Blowing your shit up.
Blowing me up. I do not wake up with it. During the day, I might get, on LinkedIn, I might get 4 messages. In my personal email, I might get 6 to 7. And because I kept hitting you back every time. And you like, nigga, just stop applying.
He was starting to irritate.
I wasn't even applying for jobs. But I'm seeing them, and I'm like,
bro, money. You got to chill, bro. I'm like, you got to chill, bro.
So what ended up happening is I accepted the position. And then I got a call back from a couple. I'll give y'all a couple of ones that I didn't take. So I started. I got the one that I did get. I was in that interview process. The one that I didn't accept was
big
Amazon. The one I didn't accept was Salesforce. The one I just emailed the other lady again. She wanted to hit me with the second interview for Porsche, and I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. Because I don't feel like coming in the office, despite the fact that I don't do that. So despite the fact that my friends wanted to ride in the Porsche,
man, big fact. That's when I hit Marco. I was like, how much a Porsche costs a month?
That was the first thing. Look, as soon as he got his offer, that was the first thing he said. He's like, yo, man, how much a Porsche costs? He sent me the Google. I was like, this fool. So then I had went through the interview with one other company that was an Ivy League company. Yeah. The Ivy League company. Yeah. And I killed that interview. I studied for 2 days for the interview. I had 2 interviews like back to back. And they loved me. And they was like, yo, here we go. And so now we embarking on that journey.
Man, I'm super happy. When I got the email, I was like.
So some of the things that I got from it, which is one, and what's funny is now I'm trying to make everybody. I'm talking to friends, I'm talking to family, and they just as skeptical
Spread the wealth.
as I was 2 months ago. You know?